Okay, welcome guys. We are in Division 1 Plus again. And yes, I know to some people that might be a bit newer to the channel, this is a bit surprising. It's like, wait a second, we have like Korean tournaments, European tournaments, and A tournaments. And what is this fresh hell now? And we're going to talk about that in a second. We got Team Hasus against the Kotick fan club in Division 1 Plus of Heroes Lounge. So, in case that you guys are not aware of it, Heroes Lounge is the biggest European amateur scene that we have in the game here. And yeah, you should always check them out. HeroesLounge.gg, that is Heroes of the Storm, the way it is supposed to play with like-minded people that are a little bit ambitious here, no matter what kind of skill level you're at. But as we're heading into game number 1 of the best of 3, you probably recognize a lot of the guys in this game. Now, we're not going to go over the introductions here, since we have a lot of catching up to do. First of all, what is Division 1 Plus? Now, Heroes Lounge had 7 divisions in total, and they added a new one, 1 Plus, because there were so many semi-pro players that you see in teams like the Hardos, the Donuts, I mean, you name it. Like, all of these guys, or a lot of these guys, participate also in the amateur scene because they want to play with other people, they want to play for fun, and oh my god, they're having some fun already, right here in the middle of the map, as they take 2 down, Vala and Brightwing, both dead pretty much instantly. Ixia, by the way, in his Probius. God, we got so much to talk about here. But as I said, you have a couple of mixed players, obviously, as you can see, Hasus and Benny still on the same team, but X-Ray is now playing with them. So sometimes when you have these fixed team in the scene, people just want to play with some friends, want to have some fun. And that's why a lot of those semi-pro players started to also play in the amateur scene. And Heroes Lounge decided to establish a new league, Division 1 Plus, where all of these teams that obviously were just way better on a skill level and also experience can then go up against each other. And that includes some up-and-coming teams too. And of course, it's also true that if you are memeing around a little bit too much, or if you're up against a good team and you underestimate them, you might just get your ass kicked a little bit. In this case, Maiev is the first one to fall. Nice engage from Varian here. Once the level 4 kicks in, we're of course expecting these taunts. But yeah, this is pretty much what we're checking out here. It's a best of 3 series. It is Division 1 Plus of Heroes Lounge, and we have Team Kotick fan club going up against Kelvin misses these every days. Now, you look at the team names and you're like, wait a second, this is not the team that's playing. This is Team Hasus. And yeah, so the reason is I just renamed them. Because this is pretty much a meme that has been going on for more or less years. First they were talking about, they named one team X-Ray wins these every day. Then it was, I think, that Benny wins these every day. And now they're just continuing the meme and they're going into Kelvin misses these every day. So it's, I honestly at this point don't know, but it seems like all of the European teams have just no idea what to name their teams and come up with the most ridiculous shit. And if you're not privy to the memes, if you haven't followed this for a long time, that you just have no idea what's going on. So I decided instead that I would just move in and call them Team Hasus for now. That is probably telling people a lot more. Probius gets the grenade treatment, by the way. Finally a Terran winning against the Protoss. And we have Maiev taken apart just a second later, so yeah. Pretty insane game already. I mean, very explosive at the least. We are 3 minutes into it and we already got 5 kills. A lot of aggression coming from both teams that are looking for this. And obviously, you see the meme train coming in with a lot of taunts and also sprays. The spray game is on point here. Level 4 talent for Tychus. We're starting things off with the Master Assassin. And of course with the Paralyzing Rage. Added slows are now introduced to all of this too. Pretty important considering that... Ooh, Malganir is trying for the engage again with Varian. Pretty important to have that extra slow, considering that at this point we're also looking at level 4 on Varian, and that is a super amazing setup for any damage dealer. So once that he's able to do a little bit of work with the taunt, sets us up for the damage dealers. The slow that I was just talking about from Leo could play a big role to just slow things down a little bit more. Malthael and Vala are both dead now, and Malganir might be the next. Yes, Varian indeed is dead again. This time for good, probably. On level 7, we get the Bonds of Corruption now, and boy, they are just going for all-out aggression here. 7 to 6, the levels in the game. We have 8 kills. The level 7 talent is now also kicking in for the red team, but the blue Web Weavers will be the first to descend in this one. By the way, if you're watching this game, you're like, wait a second, where's my draft? Why don't I get any draft information? Pretty simple. Heroes Lounge, we've always been mostly, not always, but mostly been casting these games from replays. because oftentimes it's a bit rough to catch them, especially with all of the tournaments that we're casting live. So this is usually a bit of an extra treatment, not only for Twitch, but also for YouTube. So if you don't see a draft in one of the videos, then it is a replay cast. Every single time that there's a draft available, I am going to jump into it and commentate that for you, and we go over the picks and bans. But as it stands, oh boy, that's a problem. Varian is down, Brightwing got out, but this is now the 6th kill for Team Hasu, but Tychus is also eliminated. I mean, this is going blow for blow here. Probius up at the top is trying to do his best to shut this down. Ixia, of course, a well-known Protoss player. The Baguettes on the red side are doing a pretty decent job, honestly. Now, they are overwhelmed here, but if you look at the two teams and the players in them, it's pretty transparent that the blue team is at least the favorite here. So, not a bad performance so far from Bobby Kotick Fanclub, but I still want to... I have, by the way, no idea who Bobby Kotick is. I have no clue. I should probably have looked that up, and I think right now I'm embarrassing myself a little bit, but names and... I'm not really good with names. And I have zero idea. So maybe a famous baguette? Like, I don't know. But yeah, talking about Probius for just a second, Ixia was the one that always tried to bring that hero in, but obviously he's usually playing a very different role. His Probius is pretty sick though. He played his Probius multiple times in other tournaments too, and it's always a bit of a secret weapon that they have, so there it is. But yeah. With all of this happening now, we got a Virtual down at the bottom of the map, and he's gonna try and stem the tide for now. These waves obviously are getting more dangerous, as we now have also the Siege Giants coming in. And with this, here comes the Commandeer Odin. We got the Containment Disc, and the ults will give them a huge power spike that they can now use to control the turn-in point for a little bit longer. But off we go. The disc is out, and they can make the play here. Yeah, pretty curious to see what they can do at this point. Alright. Okay, so at this point we got the Emerald Wind in. We have also Entomb is ready. Malganir again on the run. And I'm a little bit curious to see if they can maybe stop this now, because with level 10 abilities and the Entomb in particular, they might just be able to set something up. Yeah. 8-2-4. The kill count. I mean, I'm honestly a little bit surprised how well the red team is currently doing. They're not doing too bad. I mean, if they can just get a kill or two in these team fights early on with a good combo around Varian, they might be able to turn the tides of the battle, especially with Leo trapping Hasu as he does right now in the back. Hasu in this case playing Stukov, going for the big slaps here. And yep, this is gonna be pretty sweet for them if they can just get that kill in. Now, role swaps are obviously a thing in these games as well. I mean, here we have now the double support, obviously, with not only Bad Benny playing Maiev as a bit of a frontliner. We've seen that multiple times now in games, but in addition to that, Uther can double in that role as well. Now, down at the bottom of the map, Bad Benny and Virtual are still locked into this little one-on-one battle that they have. We got a lot of gems on the side of the Bobby Kotick Fanclub. I mean, generally speaking, they have lost a couple, but they still have plenty to get the first turn in, get a bit of pressure onto the lane, and then maybe turn this around. The disc dodge here, also nice. Yasu is not getting hit by it, and they're trying to come in. Another Divine Shield, but here's the Entomb, and maybe they kill, but it is Probius that dies first. Nicely done. So Yasu is currently trying to escape here, but he's turning it around against Tychus, and there's the kill, but Vala pays with her life for it. Same time, Bad Benny is starting to dodge out, is able to get away here with a Vault of the Warden. That would have been a fantastic kill for the red team if they just could lock in that as well. But now it's a 1-for-3 trade in favor of Team Hasu, and that gives them the upper hand again. They already took down 2 of the forts, and here comes the second Webweaver wave for the team. Level 13 is on the board. They're 1 level ahead and 6 kills. We're now 9 minutes nearly into the game, and we're already at 16 kills in total. The Neo Steel coding for Tychus, making him a bit safer there. We don't see the virulent reaction, but instead it hungers. So off we go. Staying a little bit farther in the back. Yasu gets some assistance from Brightwing again, but stopping this is not going to be easy. The talent advantage gives Team Hasu a big lead here. And, well, there we go. Here comes the taunt, and the disc is out already. Tychus is in play with his ult. Brightwing is dead, the Fruit Fly eliminated, and there's the last rites against the Varian. He's dead as well, and of course now Vala is going to be next on the list. Yes, no mercy from Odin. Skop comes in, takes him down, and the keep is getting attacked as we speak. Huge amount of pressure. And as well as some fights in the early game went for the red team, now they're really suffering. They're losing the keep. Hasus and his boys are doing a whole lot of work. But I gotta say that seeing these Maiev main tank combos with the double support behind him is kind of fun too. Especially if you mix it with Max Passion, who's currently on 1 stack on his ult. The damage output from Tychus in particular at 31,000. Pretty nasty. Vala with 42k. And I mean, there is a reason why she gets picked in Korea pretty much every single game when she's not instantly banned, which is, to be fair, most of the games. But Yasuo alone is just not able to carry this. Damage is nice, but you need, of course, the kills behind it. And one of the problems that we have is that the Varian taunts are not really followed up by too much burst. They don't have enough burst. Probius is dead again. What is this today? Are Terrans all of a sudden just crushing Protoss in every single encounter? I mean, look at this one. Probius is down again. And, well, Tychus successful. They go for Varian. He's dead too. We got 21 kills at the 10-minute mark. And with 16 kills to 5, the big lead goes to Team Hasu as they are engaging in the bot lane. The keep in the middle has already fallen. And yeah, honestly, it's fun. Seeing players from different teams play together like this is pretty cool. This is, by the way, all at the top of Division 1+. Now, Team Hasu is obviously one of the teams that is currently heavily established within the top 3. So these guys are one of the favorites to do well throughout the season. But you got them now with a 3-level advantage. Yeah, and this is escalating very quickly into a bit of a storm. 22 kills in total, a 3-level advantage now for them. We got the Benediction on level 16 now as well. Yeah, and here we go. Another camp about to be taken with 2 keeps eliminated. The catapult pressure is going to add up too. And the world is your oyster at this point if you're playing for the blue team. Are you going for boss? Do you try and get a few more gems and go for the turn-in? They can pretty much do whatever they want here. And for the red team, it is an uphill battle to say the least. They gotta think about what they want to do now. They could try and get the turn-in. If they sneak in with Virtual and are able to deliver the gems, then at least they can buy themselves a bit of time. Now, don't get me wrong, those Web Weavers wouldn't do a whole lot because the 16 advantage would make it quite easy for Team Hasu to defend. But at the same time, you also got to think a little bit about them just buying time. If you get at least to a 16 talent, you know, you might have a chance to make a play later down the road. But Virtual is very hesitant here, and for good reason. If he gets caught and killed with 44 gems, that's pretty much the ticket back into the game gone. So they still have a chance as long as they hold those gems. But you can see that Max Passion is just waiting around. And, well, here comes the play. Hasu, super annoying. That level 13 talent can be such a nuisance when you're playing on this map. For now, we already have Probius caught down at the bottom again. Bad Benny is a bit in trouble. Emerald Wind gets used and he dodges out on it. Does not even get pushed back a little bit. But here comes Max Passion. They're going for the fight again. And they're gonna try and set another kill up. The Entomb perfectly over the wall, capturing Bad Benny, but the Divine Shield is there to save his ass. 17 versus 15, the talent advantage is still a thing, but they nearly get the kill on Malthael. Max Passion still low, turns it around with the last rites, and there's a kill for Kill, and Tychus completes his quest. What? You only take that thing for the passive, but he is able to also complete the quest. He gets the reward, more attack speed for the Renegade. Another tether on Varian as he comes in with the taunt, and that is Varian eliminated. Brightwing, you even pop an Odin for this one. Everybody hates the Fruit Fly. Brightwing with 32 gems dies, and that is definitely going to be the end of it. Nicely done. They go for Ixia, but of course he can only run, can't hide. The core is getting attacked. We got 21 to 6 kills, and well, it's time to go. Yeah, they can go for the core right away now. Forcing the second game here pretty quickly. We are 13 minutes into the game and they are just absolutely murdering. Nearly 30 kills at this point. More than 2 a minute. Massive fight between the two and it's just an all-out brawl. Again, This is Division 1 Plus. Teams are gonna try and have some fun here as well. There's no prize money on the line here in the amateur scene. And I want to stress again that if you actually want to play, it doesn't matter if you're bronze, if you're gold, if you're a grandmaster, everyone can play. heroeslounge.gg. They have a very active Discord server that answers your questions. So if you guys want to experience Heroes of the Storm outside of the shit show that is Quick Match and oftentimes Storm League, then definitely check them out. We're headed in game number 2 now though, as Team Hasu takes the lead in this series. Before we head into game number 2, make sure that you subscribe to the channel if you haven't done it yet so you don't miss out on any future content here on Khaldor TV. Game number 2! Team Hasu is in the lead, everybody. The Bobby Kotick fan club, and as I was informed, the name rings a bell, obviously, but I totally didn't connect it with Blizzard at this point, so yeah, obviously a little bit of sarcasm over here. Bobby Kotick being apparently the top guy Activision Blizzard. I mean, nothing that I really have to add to that, but yeah, there were a couple of other Bobbies where I'm just like, which one is that now? So yeah, either way, now we know at least where the name comes from. We got Extra on Anduin for Team Hasu, Bad Benny on Leo. We got a Hogger played by Skok in the second game. Hazorbs is rocking Tychus. Gazlo gets played by Max Passion. Oh yeah, we get the Gazlo in the game, everybody. And at this point, Virtual with D.Va, we get Eowa on Stukov, Ixie on Tyrande, double support with Malganir on Maiev, and Tracer gets played as well. Yasu is going to sip around with the support from both of them here. So, game number 1, definitely a bit of a very one-sided affair here. And then game number 2, they're trying to make the Gazlo a thing, but uh-oh, Anduin! Yep, that is an easy kill. The Crybaby of the Storm is down, and Yasu is able to escape here. Tracer with a successful kill against our little Backstreet boy here, the Nicardo of the Nexus. And Yasu gets another one. He gets Hogger, gets killed in the process, but again, I call worth right here. We'll see how much Max Passion can do. At the 1 minute mark, the camps are of course spawning. And up towards the top, we already got a Bad Benny in play. Eowa here is going up against him. Stukov with the big slaps at this point. And down towards the bottom right, we currently get Malganir moving in. Virtual and Ixia are helping out to make sure that they get the first item. There's no plays being made for the healing beacon up at the top. And if you're looking at Volskaya, we don't see this often anymore these days, because in a lot of the leagues it's not even in the map pool. The players pretty much, I mean, some players, some teams still like to play it, but most of the teams that normally participate in these invite tournaments are not really a big fan of Volskaya, so most of the time it gets voted out of the map pool, and other maps are now a more consistent part of the map pool. As for example, Garden of Terror and Braxis. Maps that we don't see a lot, but we see them occasionally. Volskaya, then again, is something most players don't enjoy too much and don't think it is a very good map for competitive play. So if there are other or better options, those usually get priority. But as we're heading now into our Volskaya game, which is still part, of course, of some map pools at least, we have with level 4 the opportunity for both of the teams to make a play for the healing beacon. But it seems like there's a bit of an agreement to not try and make that play. Nobody is moving in on it just yet. We got Tychus now with the Master Assassin over here. Yeah, Max Passion is at the bottom of the map, still holding his own with the Gas Lord. Introducing a little bit of chaos. I just want to have some bombos, honestly. At this point, if you're looking at it, I just want to have... I mean, what could we get? Gazlo. I want to have some Gravo Bomb Gazlo with nice follow-up, and I don't think we're going to get that anytime soon. The safe attempt is nice, but at this point, it seems like Anduin didn't do himself any favors here. They pull out Gazlo, but the bomb of Tracer already connected, and that's an easy kill. And I gotta say that I really enjoy Yasu playing Tracer at this point. It's just cool to also oftentimes see people play different roles a little bit. That's something that Division 1 Plus allows a lot of the semi-pro players to do here. And don't get me wrong, these guys are all, of course, still trying to win. Memeing only gets you so far. And you have a bit of a competitive bone in your body. You're not gonna go into these games and you just don't care. You might meme a little bit, but once you start losing some games, that doesn't feel really good. And if you are a competitive player, you want to change that very quickly. At the end of the day, the W has to be in there, or you're not gonna like it. So as it stands, we get another kill, and Yasu is just doing work. I mean, damn, son. Objective is up and the teams are fighting for it. The level 7 was of course hugely important. But here comes another attack, and this time Gazlo might be the one falling. Yeah, turns it around though with the rest of the team. Malganir and Ismaev is trying to look for the tether, but the team isn't there to follow up on him. They're still busying themselves in the back line, or in the front, honestly, with Leoric. And Yasuo is just dashing in and out. Look at his damage output. He's at 18,000 damage. He's absolutely insane at this point. Easily top damage in the game. Oh, and Anduin dies again. Gets owled by Tyrande. Big owl by Tyrande. Now down to, well, up at the top lane actually, we have the camp even pushing through, so that gives them a bit of value, and it is Maiev that has to move in and try and take that on. In the middle, the brawl still continues. For the time being, it's the blue team that holds the point and gets some progress towards the first protector in the second game of the series. But we have 7 kills to 1 now in favor of the red team. Yasuo is just... he's just destroying them. He's like a surgeon wielding a scalpel. He's like always there and he's taking them apart piece by piece. And the double support keeps him alive. There's heal after heal coming from Ixion as Tyrande. Stukov is helping out. And as long as Maiev is at the front and distracts them a little bit, Maiev doesn't even have to bring it. It's really just Tracer that is coming through time and time again. 76% for the blue team, but we are now having the red team getting closer and closer and attempting to lead the charge here as well. You look at experience, and thanks to the lead that we have for the Bobby Kotick fan club, they are about to hit level 10. So there's absolutely no way for the Hasus to make anything happen here. They can't go for it. If anything, they need to be careful that they don't lose max passion, but there's no chase. And instead we get the first protector. Traditionally, they are moving down to the bottom. I was just about to say, traditionally you go into the middle, open the wall up, and then you start your rotation towards the top. So down here we now get the hits in. Hogger is dead again as Tracer is just killing people. But at the bottom of the map, we have the protector doing some work, and there's nobody to deal with it. I mean, literally no one. Even Gazlo is now rotating away. They're jumping towards the top as Bad Benny is still trying to get damage in on the fort and maybe make it a structural trade, but that doesn't work out either. So Leo dies, and that is 9 kills to 1 now. So this is definitely not working out for them. They got a Leo main tank, and we've seen that strategy attempted a couple of times. You're always trying to trade for Leo. You're willing to lose him in the fight, but you're trying to trade. And now as Tyrande, owls, Anduin just likes owls, doesn't he? I mean, seriously, Anduin just likes owls. This is the second time now that he gets killed by a Tyrande. I think, yeah, honestly, he's simping hard in this one. Anyways, 10 kills against 1, up to the top now. Bad Benny against Malganir. We got Skok coming in too. The ults are in, and we get the Robo-Goblin. Alright, give him the clamps. Let's see if the Gazlot can turn it around. So far, it doesn't really seem like it. The Shockwave is already through, but the stun and Ixia with really, really nice setups for the rest of the team as they get an additional kill in. So, here we go. The next play, this time for the healing beacon. They're trying to get some item advantages. They took the fort down at the bottom of the map with the protector, but now the kill lead is just crazy. They are at 11 kills to 1, and Anduin, careful! Don't want to die again. How many times did he die? Died 3 times! Leo activated his trait 4 times in the game so far. And yeah, Team Hasu, they are having a bit of a problem here. But they go for Tyrande, and this time it's a kill. Tyrande is down. Nicely done. Well played by them. Now we got level 13, and that's of course a talent lead as they're going for another kill. And Stukov with a big slap. I mean, heaviest auto attack in the game. He gets the kill on Hogger, and Tracer's just continues doing what she's been doing all game long. Kill after kill after kill after kill. Yasuo doesn't even die. He's at 48,000 damage. I mean, look at the damage numbers. Nobody else is even close. He is more than doubling the damage of the second highest damage dealer. 4 heroes are dead on the side of Team Hasu. 5. It's a 5-man wipe. Everybody died in this one. So they are crushing it. Absolutely crushing it. The composition that Team Hasu played here, obviously experimenting a bit, trying to have some fun here too, but they got heavily outmatched with this. Yeah, heading into the second game, they definitely said, guys, we crushed them in game number 1. Let's take it a bit easier in game number 2 and see what we can do here. Put that Leo into the main tank position again. And this is obviously also a great practice ground for a lot of these semi-professional teams. Getting some of these compositions out every now and then against teams that are not quite on your level. That being said, there are still some great players on the side of the red team. I mean, X here, we have Iowa playing in some of the top teams here, Yasu obviously. So again, it's not like they're going up against some Plastic League players here. So they're trying some stuff out, and this is a great area to just like get some new builds in also, and just experiment, see what works, see what doesn't, and then maybe adapt it when you're playing in a big prize money tournament. But as the second objective is about to unlock, we have of course a significant lead now for the team in red. We have the nearly on level 16. The talent lead will be more than significant. Malgini comes in, dodges with the Vault of the Warden. Leo is still doing his thing on the side lane. Look at my siege damage. I'm helping. Yeah, but no, he's just trying to take this out. Getting rid of the fountain is already important when you're trying to start the battle for Protector number 2. Question at the end of the day is still if they have a chance of claiming it, because they're missing out on the talent. They're so far behind XP that it's probably going to be impossible for them to bridge that gap in time for that fight. So instead they're now at the bottom of the map. If they can maybe find some value elsewhere, that might be enough, but not if they're losing Augur in this way. Yasu once again at the front line. The disc is out and it connects, stopping Gaslow cold. And yeah, that poor fella has no chance here. Give him the clamps, my friend. Not dying like this. No! X-ray! And he gets killed. Anduin is dead and joins his father in death. 5 deaths on Anduin, Hogger, and on Leo. And in total we have 22 kills. 22 kills in this game. Yep. Here comes Leo. He gets also killed up at the top once again. Trade activated successfully, I might add. 20 kills against 3 right now. And the push through the mid lane goes straight up for the wall. They're not even bothering with the objective at this point. Who needs a protector when you're just slapping your opponent down every step of the way? So instead of going for that, they're simply moving in, trying to farm them even further before the 16 is ready. And you can see that the blue team is willing to engage in some of these battles without even having the same talents. Yeah, people are definitely having some fun here. So Odin gets popped for the defense, and they're trying to push them back, trying to go for the kill. We got Brawl City going on. 5-man mid, everybody. Let's go. So here comes the sprays. We got level 16 kicking in finally for Team Hasu, and it was about time. Again, real name is Kelvin, misses these every day. Kelvin isn't even part of the team. That's I mean, that's probably why he misses all of them. But anyways, we got the double pull now. We got the Royal Focus after the Ominous Wraith. And here comes the big fight for the Healing Beacon. Can they maybe now on even talents get the battle here? Can they win one? They need to control Tracer. And Yaz is again in their backline doing damage. Benny at the front is already down. Leoric dead. And where's the follow-up? They go for Anduin, connect the bomb, and X-Ray dies once more. Yeah, Anduin is getting crushed this game. They are focusing him whenever they can. I'm not quite sure what he did. Maybe he insulted their fashion sense or something. But the Bobby Kotick fan club definitely has a bit of a hard-on for him. These guys are dropping him where they can find him. Whenever he pops... I mean, it's whack-a-mole. It's back in Anduin. So they are just whacking him as soon as he pops his head out. Tracer is on him immediately together with X here. Now they're going for Bad Benny again. Leoric turning fully into Leorki here. He's aiming for the double digits, I think. This is going to be death number 8. Oh boy. And I mean, if he continues at pace, the double digits are definitely an easy one to accomplish. Still nobody going for objective number 2. Nobody has moved towards the top to try and take the point there. 24-3. And yep. With a fort destroyed in the middle of the map, more catapults are going to spawn, more catapults are going to put out the pressure. And they just own the map at this point. I mean, they just literally own it. Look at the vision of Team Hasu. They can't even move out of their own base anymore, or they're going to get destroyed immediately. So here comes the move through the middle, and it's just nasty. It seems like Leoric and Anduin, they have a little bit of a private competition going on who can die more often. I think Leo has the advantage since he can start on point, doesn't have travel time, so he's in the middle of the battle again once that he comes back. And talking about Leo, he's now trying to fight a 1v1 versus Tracer with the help of the Fort here, and is able to at least stay alive, but the keep in the middle has now been destroyed. That shockwave went nowhere. So yeah, he was trying, but that didn't work out. And at the bottom of the map, Max Passion realizes that it is time to get out of here. The owl, oh, if he would have been here, that would have been an interrupt and maybe even a kill. But yeah, the objective is not really the objective. The objective is to kill the core, and they're following that to a T. Apparently the objective is to just farm them. Farm them and get more experience. So right now, 3 kills, 226. We got level 20 on the board. 18 to 20, a 2-level advantage. Oh boy. Top side, Leo is trying to hide. I mean, they're trying to get to level 20 somehow. And maybe when they have 20, they got a bit of a chance. We're obviously waiting for the Mecha Lord. So that's going to be the next one. Where's the hit? Yes! He's going to die again. Double digits, baby! They're going to make it happen! No, it's kill number 9. Yeah, he didn't die to Tracer earlier. I mean, he's so close. Leoric is so close at this point. But I honestly think unless the red team really starts to shit the bed here, it will be a 3rd game for sure that decides this series. It doesn't really seem like they can do a whole lot about this now. So Max Passion at the bottom is starting to do the damage. And yep. Let's have a bit of a look there. 3 kills, 227. They will get Gazlowe. They need some reinforcements, obviously, but the reinforcements are coming. And there it is. The kill against him. He's down. So now we got 28, 2-3. Rotation towards the top. And of course, as you can see, Hogga is now getting attacked as well. Once again, was hit by the disc, but this time they are able to save him. So Anduin is still doing his best to keep the boys alive, but this is obviously starting to get a bit tricky. Sometimes it feels like these team fights are just all-out brawls and not as organized as you might expect them. So yeah, they're having definitely some fun with this one. We got 28 kills against 3, and off we go. Another quick attack here as they're going for the objective. The objective in this case being the item. And the item advantage is pretty significant. You have a healing beacon in here. You have also a few turrets, of course. Leo down at the bottom of the map. Oh, by the way, objective has finally been taken. You probably checked it out already. But yeah, the protector is in the house. I'm not sure if they can go for the core right away. They might be able to, but instead they're opting for the fort. I'm not sure what that's gonna do. I mean, A for effort, I suppose, but yeah. Benny at least gets the swing in, but that ult is a bit too much. It's a 1v1, and it seems like Tracer is winning that one hard. Oh, maybe not. Benny! No! Leo is down, and there it is. 10 deaths on Leoric. Mission accomplished. Oh yeah. The double-digit death count is there. 3 against 29. Yep, here we go. They're starting to go straight up for the top now in their attempt to go for keep number 2. They already destroyed one a little bit earlier. Protector against Odin. Yeah, it's pretty much a mini protector right there. Oh my god, now it's a mini protector. God, I love this. Honestly, it's one of the funniest things ever when you see Odin just going for the mini version. Mini Odin. There's the tether. And talking about Odin, it feels so weird that there's no unstoppable on this thing. Every single time that he just gets turned into a miniature of himself or gets just pushed and bullied around, I'm asking myself, wait a second. How is that gonna work? That is a massive mech that is marching through your screen. And then you have someone like Maiev just tether it and push it around. It's like, what? Are you serious? Are you for real? So, yeah. A little bit on the weird side for sure. But anyways, we got right now 29 kills, 2-3. And they're still holding on to the game for as long as they possibly can. Malganir with another pull attempt. Yeah, they're going for Tyrande down here, trying to make a play for her. Obviously, Skok getting attacked now too. In comes the play for that Benny, and he dies again. 11 deaths right now. They're trying to make a play also for X-Ray. Taking Anduin down again. We got a lot of practice at that. went on level 20 into the sensor. As we have, of course, the Buried Alive for our boy Leo. If he gets a good Entomb out, then maybe they can finally follow up with a few kills, because right now we have 31 kills to 29. I mean, think about that for a second. 31 kills to 3. I just said 29, I don't know why. Yeah, so 31 to 3 kills, and I think those 3 kills just happened because someone on the blue team tripped and accidentally hit a button. Yeah, they are memeing this one way too hard. So definitely having some fun in game number 2. But as it is at this point more or less inevitable to see game number 3 here, I'm personally a little bit interested to see what they can do with this, in the sense of what are we going to get in the 3rd game. Are they going to go completely bonkers on us and just destroy the red team, or is it going to be an eye-level battle between the two of them? Benny is crowning his performance in game number 2 with a missed Entomb, unless of course he was trying to hit the fountain. If that was the objective, then congratulations, he hit that one perfectly. That one didn't move, couldn't escape, but rumor has it, some people are saying even that one was close. As it stands, it is of course a push for Core. They're going to try and take this down as quickly as they can. I think there's no denying it. This one was not the best for Team Hasu. The experiment, it kind of failed. They got a kill on Tyrande at least, so that's nice. Now we have 4 kills to 34, but that Core is not going to make it much longer. They're going to go straight in for it. Core is falling, Catapult's already on it. But the blue team is able to take them down for now, so this might not even end here. Yasuo is just trying to get the final few damage points in, and we got D.Va too. But here comes the kill against Malgan. He has 17 points on the Core, and I'm not so sure. Can they end it? I think they can. D.Va alone should be able to finish the job, and indeed she does. It is game 1-1 as the red team locks in a victory on Volskaya. Game number 3! Oh, and they pulled a Houdini on me. Look at these guys. They actually switched team names. Wow. Now that is just mean. You know, when you prepare your overlays, you kind of expect the teams to act a little bit professional here as well. Make sure that they're not suddenly switching sides. But these guys have just absolutely no respect. So we're going to switch that real quickly over. This time we have on the blue team side the Bobby Kotick fan club with Virtual on Dehaka. We got Ixia on D.Va, Malgan on Diablo, and Ewa on Anduin with Yasuo on Hanzo. It's Battlefield of Eternity, the final map in this best of 3 series in Division 1 Plus. Team Hasu on the right side in red with X-Ray on Ana, Bad Benny on Varian. Yeah, he's back on his Varian. Skog on Li Ming, Hasu and Junkrat, and Thrall gets played by Max Passion. Guys, we're gonna have an all-out brawl again, don't we? First of all, we have Varian with a taunt on level 4, but look at Li Ming. If he gets a taunt through and Li Ming is able to get the combo off, that would be so much damage already as a burst, and she's great also on the Immortal Poke. In addition to that, let's not forget that when you have Junkrat, you can follow up on all of this by starting to take them down even further with a quick hit here on Junkrat, push them back into your damage dealers, and then finish the job. So I gotta say that this is gonna be more than a little bit difficult, and it's crazy to me that they got all of these picks here as well. In most of the cases, our boy is being banned out, but not so much in this one. Yeah, Junkrat usually doesn't really make it into the game, especially when we're talking about a match against Hasu and the rest of the team here. But this time they didn't deem it worthy to ban them out, so therefore Li Ming together with Junkrat can deliver damage, displacement. Varian locks them down with a taunt. There's a sleep dart of X-Ray that they can utilize as well. So there's definitely a lot that they can do. Whereas Virtual is now also in a position at the top lane where he goes up against the Trolling Thunder of Max Passion, so both with quite a bit of sustain. But things are so far looking pretty okay for Thrall, with the exception that Ixia is claiming the camp, so at the bot lane the red team is successful in doing so. But that means that Max Passion has to be a bit careful. And instead of being too careful, he's actually starting to take Virtual down here. So Dehaka is eating way more damage than expected. And Thrall is able to make his way back out of the fight and tap the fountain. So he's gonna have enough sustain for that. Yeah, good for him. Besides that, we are looking currently on the level 1 talent on the Soul Shield. We got the Ether Walk in as well. And off we go. A little bit of damage towards those. I mean, look at that. The towers are both already down to half HP, less than that. And that's just because Li Ming and Junkrat can poke on this all day long. And it's really tricky for the blue team to do anything about it now. As long as Thrall doesn't die at the top, this 2 versus 1 setup and the 4v3 bot lane is working massively in favor of the red team. There's obviously a bit of a difference balance that they're trying to play out here, but it didn't work well for them. The entire wall is, I mean, not really destroyed, but is low. And now it's all just a question of whether or not they can make the play for the objective itself. With the taunt that we're getting against the Arc, I don't think there's a chance for Virtual to make it out. So that's the first blood in the game at the 2-minute mark. Seems after game number 1 and game number 2, they're a little bit tired of brawling, so we don't get as many kills early on as we did before. But this is still a very nice kill at a good moment in time. The Haka with the global. He should be back for the fight, of course, but even a small advantage in experience can translate into an earlier level 7 talent, and that gives you a power spike in a window where you can work the objective, try and take it down, maybe force a fight, and utilize that extra talent that you want to have. Nice sleep dart from Ana, and good follow-up. Now Diablo is taking tons of damage here, doesn't get killed, but him being on half HP is of course a bit of a liability for the upcoming battle. Especially since the Kotick fan club did not do anything here yet towards the objective. So they can't go for a race on this anymore. And they have to be a little bit more careful. Because as you can tell, here comes the poke again from a distance from not only Li Ming but also Junkrat. And they're trying to poke this slowly down. Li Ming then again is in a bit of trouble, teleports out, needs a heal, gets it from X-Ray, nice. The pew pew from Ana is helping out here, and they're trying to buy as much space as they can. And don't get me wrong, they're successfully doing that, but at the same time, they're not doing any real damage towards the red team's Immortal. So they gotta abandon that spot again. The taunt is there, and Anduin is working perfectly against his daddy with another quick pull on Hanzo to save the Archer. But right now, it's still a massive shield on objective number 1. And yeah, there is the push through the top lane this time. The top lane push is going to be a thing. Right now, we have still a brawl in the middle of the map, but the Immortal is getting ready to transfer topside, and then is going to try to go for fort number 1. But Benny might be in trouble here. Now, the heals are coming in, and as much as the 2 frontliners of the blue team are trying, they just can't take Varian down. The taunt is ready once more, but they won't be able to get a kill just yet. The level 7 talent, on the other hand, that's now available for Team Hasu. And they are in a spot where Immortal alone is already doing work, but the shields have been lost. 1 tower is down, so the full commitment from the blue team is burning it down very quickly. There's not a lot that has been done by Team Hasu, honestly. They got the wall, but that's it, so they didn't even get a whole lot of damage on the fort itself. And they're trying to remedy that now, but they can't even drop him out of the mech here. So they have a lead, and they're pulling farther ahead in experience, but it's nothing too crazy. Level 7 follow-up for Li Ming, going straight for Calamity here. At the bottom of the map, Max Passion is already back in the 1 versus 1 duel against Virtual. He did really well in the earlier stages of the game, so I would expect that we're going to see a similar thing happening right now. And, well, all the way towards the top, it's about their camps again. Alright. They're not really going for it yet, but they could commit. They were trying to snipe Yasuo in the back. And Bad Benny, he didn't get the taunt through here. Oh, but nice stun against Li Ming. And she is dead. Beautiful engage from Diablo. The initial idea of the red team was to move into the backline and take Hanzo out. But then it turned against them as Li Ming all of a sudden was vulnerable, and Diablo just dashes through the wall over it and takes her down, or preps for the kill. So the first kill for the blue team. Nicely done. But of course, at this point, here comes the flip on Bad Benny. They're trying to follow up with kill number 2, but they can't. And Malkani is a little bit deep and might get punished for it. The taunt is too much for him to handle. And that's a kill. Nicely done. Good kill. Well played. And the fight, controlling a bit more over to the left, is now forcing a second victim. There it is. Hanzo is dead. And yep, that is unfortunate to say the least. So with Hanzo already down, we have a follow-up kill on D.Va. In total, 5 kills to 1. And the early level 10 is now available too. For the time being, Sundering gets used. And Sundering, honestly, has always been a really interesting talent. For a long time, we had the focus on Earthquake instead. But now Sundering for the flank again. You have that stun that you can bring in with a proper flank rotation on Thrall. You can also try and just drive a wedge between the opponent's team and maybe isolate the backliners a bit further. That was something that was executed way before HGC a lot. A lot of the international tournaments were really hinging on Thrall, his positioning, and the way that he was trying to come in from the side, get a good Sundering going, and then just isolate part of the team to allow the teammates to follow up and get that kill. But with level 10 ready for them, this is now where we're gonna see some action around Team Hasu attempting a push, probably at the top side, at the bot side now, with the Immortal. Sometimes you see that split where the team, most in the late game when the Immortal is much stronger, tries to go on a second lane and goes for a bit of a double whammy. A two-pronged attack that is supposed to take multiple structures down. But at this point, it is all about the bottom of the map. And this is 100% shield on the Immortal. I mean, they did incredibly well here. So for now, we have 22,000 damage for Li Ming. Hanzo has a bit more. He's sitting at 26, 27,000. But as you can tell, this is starting to get real tricky. And here comes that Sundering that I've been talking about. They're going to try to move into the back. Max Passion, on the other hand, gets targeted right away. But he's also drawing a lot of resources from the opponent. They are going for him. With 4, they might get the kill here. But that's a lot of time that they're using to try and chase him down. And that is utilized by Team Hasu to get the fort. They push it further even more. It's a 4 versus 4 now. D.Va still dead here. And of course, Diablo with the engage, but he goes in a bit too deep, gets taunted, and might fall asleep down in the final hits as the Lord of Terror goes down. He's not the only one. They get a kill on the Haka, and they drop Hanzo. Easy triple kill for Team Hasu, and now the move straight through the bot lane for keep number 1. And that's not the only thing that's getting hit here. The blue team is about to lose their top fort as well as the second minion wave pushes in, so they are losing structures all over the place. And that will allow for more pressure through catapults, and it's of course a massive setback for the blue team. So now 34,000 damage at least for Hanzo, but again, as mentioned in the past, it doesn't really matter how much damage you're able to pull out. You need to secure those kills, and they are struggling to do that. Level 10 abilities for both are ready, but we already see 13 picked up for Team Hasu. So they got that ready, and that is a massive advantage. 1.5 level lead right now. The Juggernaut is in. We got the Illusionist as well. Here comes the Gotta Trap 'em all. He would be amazing at Pokemon Go, I'm telling you that. Yeah, the Thrall already running around. They're trying to get the hit on Yasu in the back. Bad Benny running straight into the Haka. There's the drag, the Tong. Can they get a follow-up? They're looking for the additional hit. Silence is in as the isolation connected, but there's no kill here. And big Riptire. Yasu is so low. If he gets anywhere near them, he's dead. Nano boost on Li Ming, trying to get the kills here, trying to get the reset. There's the first one. The Apocalypse just didn't do anything, and Diablo is going to die in another second for sure. He was fully stacked and lost them all. Has to come back here with a lot less hit points. Anduin is dying too, and another push straight down to the bottom. Takes down Hanzo. He's finally dead. The full 5-man at the top in an attempt to get keep number 2. Well, scratch that. They're going for another kill. They fight Malganir and they take him down easily. That's the power of Junkrat. We highlighted that a bit at the beginning of the game. He is just incredible. Hasu, great on the hero. If you have a good taunt, if you have a stun, anything that Junkrat can follow up on, displacement is going to murder you. And that's exactly what we saw there. Diablo with not a chance in the world. Level 15 is now there. Bot lane gets pressured. They need to defend against it. And guys, I mean, wow. The Immortal, the halftime show should be a freebie for them since the blue team still has to defend. But this is getting real difficult now. There is a talent advantage still on the board for Team Hasu. The Bobby Kotick fan club will hit level 13 very soon though. But 16 is already on the horizon for Team Hasu if they play it out this way. But instead, it's a kill on Thrall. Doesn't even get a chance to go for Sundering. Short distance arrow from Hanzo trying to stop them as they're attempting to retreat. And maybe, just maybe, an opportunity for the blue team to finally net themselves a couple of kills. And indeed they do. Bad Benny is down. Killed by Hanzo, and now we have 4 kills to 14, level 13 in the back, and of course thanks to the underdog bonus, they are starting to close the gap in experience a little bit. Now, just a bit. Obviously, the red team is still massively ahead. But they have a chance to maybe even get an immortal now. As the fight continues. Oh no! Nah, Diablo. He did only have 25 souls. He's not going to be back for quite some time. They get Li Ming on the other hand, but Ixia is also dead. It's an all-out brawl again. This is a bit more reminiscent of the first and the second game. Look who's back. It is Thrall and a big sundering in that choke point. Oh my god. He just went for the mic drop play here. They didn't expect Thrall in that point. He still had his sundering up. He hit 3 of them, gets the wolf connected against 2, and then he just murders them both. 16 is ready. We have it on the board. Thrall is still chasing. Should make sure that he doesn't overchase here. Max Passion is realizing that he might have bitten off a bit more than he can chew. So now he's on the way back, but he gets some assist from Varian. And look who's coming. Tire. And yeah, burns the minion wave down, and that's all there is to it. Oh, that arrow. Oh, connected with Varian. But even that doesn't stop him. Varian just turns it around again, and they're making the play for the Haka, and he dies. The Haka is dead, and now they're making the next play, going straight up for Max Passion here. 20 is in against 5, 20 kills against 5, 17, and now with everybody dying at the bottom of the map, there's just no doubt that they're going to try and make a play for the core here. Yasuo is the only one that is still alive, and they're chasing him hard. Scratch the play for the core. They're just saying, guys, let's go. But yeah, with everybody still here, they're obviously going to try and end what they started, win the series, take the 2-1 victory here. So yeah, that's what's happening right now. A 2-1 win seems to be inevitable as Team Hasu is going for the core. The shield is gone, the catapults are already taking aim. Some of the defenders will respawn soon, TM, but Diablo is dead once more, and so is the Haka. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be the end of this series as Team Hasu decides the Division 1+ match in their favor. GG. And well played. Congratulations to Kelvin, misses these every day.